gamaya mrityormamritam gamaya.
Asato ma satgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityormamritam gamaya.
Sahanavatu Sahanau bhunaktu Sahaviyam karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityo Mamrutangamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Good evening. Today I have a very interesting topic for you. The language conundrum. We have a very difficult and tricky problem in our country because we have 22 scheduled languages. There is no other country in the world which has as many languages as India has. Have you ever thought on this? Suppose if we had only one language, how nice it would have been, right? Only one language, entire country. Now if you just go 200 kilometers west of Hyderabad, you will enter into Karnataka. You cannot communicate with your Kannada brother. Okay? He knows Kannada and you know Telugu. You don't know his Kannada and he doesn't know your Telugu. How you will communicate with that? See, is it an advantage or disadvantage to have so many languages? In your opinion, advantage or disadvantage? దేశమంతా ఒకే భాష ఉంటే బాగుండేది అనిపించింది మీకు ఎప్పుడు? ఓన్లీ వన్ లాంగ్వేజ్ ఫర్ ద ఎంటైర్ కంట్రీ సో దట్ యూ కెన్ సీమ్లెస్లీ కమ్యూనికేట్ విత్ ఎవ్రీబడి. Any corner you can go into of the country and you can communicate because everybody speaks the same language. But we have this unique problem, 22 languages. No other country has this type of, I don't think it's a problem because it's diversity is always beauty. Okay? We are so rich linguistically. In so many ways we are rich. Culturally we are rich, linguistically we are rich. A super rich country in every way, in every sense. But sometimes this diversity, this richness poses some problems also. So now, we have been going through this three language formula, but the thing is, in that new educational policy, the central government now actually feels that we have to encourage education, higher education also, in local languages, in vernacular languages. Some of the universities in the north today introduced actually Hindi medium for engineering and medicine also. If you want to study engineering and medicine, you don't have to actually study in English. You can even become a doctor by studying in Hindi. So for this year only, actually, they have made it possible. Some of the universities, not all. It may take time. But I don't know how many people will really go for it. The thing is, there are advantages and disadvantages. You know, English actually, the Britishers who ruled us for 200 years, they left their language here. The advantages are, now you can migrate to countries like, America, the United Kingdom, Australia, New Zealand, Canada, easily. We have this advantage. You just go there and, pick up a job, join a job. But of people who are going there, let us say from Indonesia, from Middle East, from countries like Russia or Ukraine, or from any other country in Europe, when they go to America, they have this huge struggle. They have to learn English there. Okay? They can't just get into the job. First, they have to learn the language. But for Indians, we don't have that problem. That's why actually we could become the leaders in software, at least one area. Particularly in America, Silicon Valley, if you just see, all are Indians. But we don't have the language problem there. Just imagine, suppose you have to go there and then you have to learn their language, how difficult would it be? So the disadvantages are there, but at the same time, other day I was watching a video where one civil services trainer, he was telling actually what kind of democracy we are in. I cannot put my arguments in the top court of the country, namely the Supreme Court, in my mother tongue, Hindi. See, in all Indian courts, basically if you want to present your case, argue your case, you have to do it only in English. The problem is, suppose Supreme Court, there is a bench of 5 judges. 3 judges know Hindi and 2 of them they don't know. So in which language you have to present your arguments? Obviously in English. See, after independence, after the formation of the states on language basis, in India also we needed a link language, a language to connect the entire country. We have not decided whether Hindi should play that role or English should play that role. Because some of the southern states have opposed Hindi, and so government actually kept it in limbo. They did not push it further. Okay, that's why 3 language formula actually they have brought in. Everybody should learn 3 languages. In addition to their mother tongue, 2 languages they have to learn. Okay, so this 3 languages to learn, we are finding it difficult now. But particularly in our Telugu states, if you just see, the craze for English is so much. Nowhere else I find this. I go to Bengal, there they don't have this much of craze for English. Tamil Nadu you go, they don't have that much of craze. Kannada, same. Hindi belt, they don't, not much. But in our Telugu states, we have so much of craze for this English language and English medium schools, particularly. And parents are so crazy about that. Sometimes we see in these convent schools, a board is displayed there. What is that board? What is written there? If any child is found speaking in Telugu, he or she will be imposed fine. Okay? Fine amount also will be written there. The idea is that if you speak in Telugu, you won't be able to learn English. Okay? So speaking in Telugu is strictly discouraged in Telugu land. Okay? Strictly discouraged. And their idea is that if you just prohibit them, using Telugu, because they will be compulsory, it will be kind of compulsion. They are forced to learn English language. But that you don't have to learn language that way. Okay? You need not go that far. People are going overboard. And also some of the parents I see this, now and then they come to me and tell, no, my child cannot read Telugu script. I feel very sorry for them. You should feel ashamed. You should feel shy to say that. Having been born in Telugu land, and if you say that my child doesn't know the script, cannot follow the script, and he or she cannot read anything in Telugu, you should feel little ashamed. But people are telling it with great pride. See, you don't know what you lose. Once you lose your mother tongue, you lose culture. Indian languages are very rich in culture. India actually is a cultural capital of the world. We are very, very rich culturally. We don't know the richness, the value of that. And Swami says, Vivekananda beautifully, it is not a mass of information that saves a civilization. It is culture that saves a civilization. So what is culture actually? I think it's long explanation is required. And how rich we are, what is our strength, You don't know. This generation of people don't know, and also the previous generation of people, because never as part of their educational curriculum, the glory of this civilization was taught. మన నాగరికత యొక్క వైభవము గొప్పతనం అంత గొప్పగా చెప్పబడలేదు మన చదువుల్లో. తద్వారా మనకి మన వాల్యూ, మన సంస్కృతికి విలువ ఏంటో మనకే తెలియదు. So learning one or two additional languages is not at all difficult for our brains. Human brain has so much of capacity. If you want to learn an additional language, for example like English, you know the script already. Just read a few good books in that language, that's all. You all learn the language. It's as easy as that, as simple as that. But for that, you don't have to forego your mother tongue. It shouldn't be learned, it should be learned. Additional language, 2-3 you can learn, but it should not be at the expense of your mother tongue, at the cost of your mother tongue. మాతృభాషను మర్చిపోయి నేర్చుకోవాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు. ఓకే, యూ నీడ్ టు రియలైజ్ దిస్. యూ నీడ్ టు హ్యావ్ సమ్ ప్యాషన్, సమ్ లవ్ ఫర్ యువర్ మదర్ టంగ్. ఓకే, యూ కెన్ లర్న్ యాజ్ an additional language, an additional skill. But this is the craze. The craze has reached such a level that they are not teaching, parents are not even teaching the children the script of their mother tongue. But that's not a good development. Okay, so advantages and disadvantages both are there, but I want to tell you that for a language to evolve, it takes thousands of years. We don't know, as a generation actually, particularly you don't know how much of literature in each of the Indian languages the people, great sages and saints have created. ఒక్కొక్క లాంగ్వేజ్లో ఎంత ఉందంటే డెప్త్, ఎంత సాహిత్యం పుట్టిందంటే, ఓకే, యూ డోంట్ నో ద రిచ్నెస్ ఆఫ్ ఇట్, ద విజ్డమ్ ఆఫ్ ఇట్, టోటల్ విజ్డమ్ ఆఫ్ ఇట్. బికాజ్ వీ డోంట్ రీడ్, because we don't get time also to read such literature. Okay, anybody actually from other foreign countries, if they really see it, they feel jealous of it. You know, C.P. Brown గురించి విన్నారు కదా, C.P. Brown, a నిఘంటువు రాశాడు తెలుగు. He has written a Telugu dictionary, and just after learning Telugu, he fell in love with this language, though actually he was an Englishman, and he dedicated the entire life actually, you know, to revive this language, entire life, because he fell in love with this language. Somebody who was born in England, he fell in love with this language. You know, this is where, because he had gone into the deep inner meanings of the language, the inner core of the language, then he found the beauty of it. Though having been born as Telugus, we really don't go into the depths of our own language, because we don't read the classical literature. There's something classical literature. In Telugu, whenever you get time, please read books like, you know, Potana Mahabhagavatam, Srimad Mahabhagavatam of Potana, and also Mahabharata by Kavitraya. Okay, if you are born in Hindi belt, you know, you just see in Hindi belt, in every house you find today Tulsi Ramayana. God himself actually had incarnated in the form of Tulsi Das and translated that Sanskrit Ramayana into Hindi, and it is so popular. The same here in Telugu land, we have this Srimad Bhagavatam translated into Telugu by Putana. Okay, Lord himself had incarnated in that human form and has done such wonderful literature we have. We are super rich culturally and linguistically. It's not a bane, but it's a boon. Thank you. Have a nice evening.